Hello everybody, I am Angry Bird back with a new Steel Division 2 cast. Steel Division 2 League Season 2. We're in the playoffs, we're in the semi-finals, where we have the first matchup of Kato Megumi.ZZ versus Gonzo, and I'm sure it's bound to be a cracking matchup between these two these fantastic players. So let's just have a look at where we're at in this series. We've been through the group stages, we're in the playoffs. Kato Megumi.ZZ won 2-0 up against US Prestigion, put himself through to the semi-finals against one of the top seeds, Gonzo. Will he be able to follow Nilla's path through and reach it to the final, or will arguably one of the top two players in the world, Gonzo, make it there to the final for the second year in a row? Let's have a look at the two players' decks. Kato Megumi.ZZ on the left hand side in blue, playing the 21st Panzer on Vanguard Income, the King Tigers A and B phase. We did actually see a recent cast of Kato playing this deck against Charles, and I imagine it's exactly the same deck. Actually, I don't think it is. The anti-tank tab looks a bit different there. We've got 6-pack 3850s in A phase, 4-pack 4341s in B phase, and I think he's done that because of Gonzo's deck. He's up against the 29th Tank Corps, and they have the mighty IS-2s. It's King Tiger versus IS-2s. King Tigers are arguably the better tank, but Kato's only got 3 of them. Gonzo, I'm sure, will have probably 4 to 6 IS-2s. So those pack 43s in B phase are going to be vital for taking out those IS-2s, as well as, you know, strong management of his own Koenigs Tigers. He's also got the JU-88S1 in A phase. We'll see how Kato manages the engagement. I'm guessing, you know, we're on the map Siano, which is usually known for more of an infantry map. So I think we're going to see a lot more action down in the southern part of this map as we look at it. Normally most of the action takes place across the northern part. I will signal that when we come into the full game. Other things to take into account: the AA for Kato Megumi.ZZ looks fairly weak, I would say, on the new patch. 1 flak 41 in A phase is just not enough AA in A phase, but then the 29th Tank Corps, they don't get a lot of strong aircraft. They get the Zuchok, if I remember the pronunciation. In fact, let's switch over and let's see what they've got. So Gonzo on the right hand side in red, playing the 29th Tank Corps on Vanguard Income. So in terms of aircraft, yes, the Zuchok, I think get that pronunciation right. They are very powerful aircraft, so it's going to be important that Kato I think Gonzo's going to pull out a couple of those. I don't think he's really known for his aircraft play particularly, but I definitely think he's going to bring those out. They also get the A-20C Bostons, which are very resilient planes. It's going to be hard to shoot those down. I don't really think Kato's got enough air in his deck, but then Gonzo, you know, it's not the kind of deck that will capitalize too heavily on that. In terms of the rest of his deck, he has 1 IS-2 in A phase, he's got 3 IS-2s in B phase, and then 6 IS-2s in C phase. A marked change for Gonzo, not normally known as a C phase player, but those C phase IS-2s, oof, there's a lot of them there. What, 6, 9, 10 in total versus the 3 Koenigs Tigers. Will those 3 Koenigs Tigers be enough for Kato Megumi.ZZ? This is a hard one to call initially in the early stages. The Su-57s in the recon tab, they have a very decent gun on them. They could do quite a lot of work, and the T-3485s as well, they will be king of the medium game, definitely. So Gonzo up against the 21st Panzer definitely isn't out of it, and look at his AA, 3 Zenot 37s in A phase and 6 in B phase. This is much more like the more beefier AA we're starting to see between the top players as they're getting used to this Fate of Finland patch. Gonzo also has access to the ZIS-2 guns, 3 of them in A phase, and I think he'll use that Yeah, I think that will be the key at taking out any kind of early Königstiger, those ZIS-2 guns, more so than his IS-2. I think he will use the IS-2 in combination with those ZIS-2 guns, but no threat from the skies for Kato. Might signal why his AA was a little bit weaker than probably we would expect. No key kind of cluster bomber here for Gonzo, so he's going to be purely basing his attack against those Königstigers in. He's going to be placing his ground base units. He has to use them most effectively to kill those Königstigers. The A20C, I mean, it can cause a lot of damage to those Königstigers, but he's going to need a couple of runs from those A20Cs to really, you know, get any kills. Right, the game is underway. Let's get in there and join the action. So, we will recap. Kato Megumi.ZZ on the left-hand side in blue, making a strong push down south. This is where I expected him to work with those Königstigers. Gonzo on the right-hand side in red. He's playing the 29th Tank Corps. Vanguard Income, both players on Vanguard Income. And he's making the more standard northern attack that we often see on this map. So both players, I think, utilising... We're going to see action across the entirety of this map, if that's the one. I'm trying to keep my eyes on both of these two positions here. It looks like Kato is now pushing in for the engagement with those Flammenwerfers onto the PTRS-41. Does take out one. There's another Ognamachiki here as well. The Ersatz-Truppen have all unloaded on the roads, going to allow the 52Ps, to start engaging that infantry, but there are a lot of SPW-233s rushing forwards from Kato, so I think he's trying to use them to take out these 52Ps. There is a M42 gun somewhere in another mix of 52Ps. A lot of units down on this southern side, but Gonzo does have a fair bit down here to try and hold Kato Megumi.ZZ at bay. Down goes one of the 52Ps. The Ognamachiki is engaging against that Flammenwerfer. We've not looked up to the north, but I don't want to miss the action in this south. There's another 252Ps here. Gonzo orders a T-34-85. I think that's to engage the SPW-233s, but there are a couple of pack guns in here as well. So Kato's pulled off the central push. We're still at a 12-12, but he definitely looks like he's got the advantage in this central area. The 252Ps in the south are now pinned down. The M42 gun has been destroyed, so those SPW-233s will start to rain down fire upon Gonzo's units. Let's just check up into the north. It looks like Gonzo has pushed forwards with Ognamachiki and Tanko Disaniki into the standard central push, or northern central push, that we often see on this Siano map. There's another 52P up here using its range advantage to hit those Ersatz-Truppen all the way across the lake there. There is a T-34-85 in the northern side, but then also a PaK 3850. I think that's going to reposition to try and take that T-34-85 out once he spots. And actually, Gonzo taking full control of this northern forest. I don't know whether Kato contested that, but it's usually contested. So it would be strange if he did not contest that northern forest. But Gonzo taking that flag, the northern flag, Kato taking the central flag, and Gonzo does now get the 13-11. I was going to declare a 12-12, but Gonzo recovers this more northern central flag here. So Kato, he has pushed a successful center attack in, but doesn't have the flag advantage for now. Both players playing on Vanguard Income, so it's all about the trades today. No income difference between the two players. A string of Ersatz-Truppen coming in to reinforce this central position. T-34-85 with two SU-57s coming in as well. These SU-57s, yeah, interesting choice here. In comes the Focke-Wulf 190 G1 going after the 52P, which should do a lot of damage against that 52P. The PaK 38's engaged. Down goes the T-34-85. Big kill onto the T-34-85. It's going to allow the SPW-233s to re-engage and push forward. The Ersatz-Truppen all pushing all the way down the road as well. Going to push forwards for Kato Megumi.ZZ, and Gonzo will hate losing that T-34-85. Massive loss there. The two PaK 3850s doing their job, and Kato's traded very well in this southern side early on. Looks to take complete control, and Gonzo having to rush in reinforcements of Strelki here. Those Ersatz-Truppen don't quite get into the forest ahead of them. The SPW-233 flanking down south, surrounding the Strelky. They are in no man's land in that heavy forest, all on their own, and will eventually go down. But Kato is going to push forwards, capture this southernmost flag. What a start for Kato Megumi.ZZ. 14-10. Gonzo briefly catches this, but he will lose the territory. He is now surrounded. Gonzo still has the advantage up north. A number of 52Ps. Is that a... Yeah, and a T-34-85. Oh, the pack gun does go down. So the northern T-34-85 does survive. Gonzo not really reinforcing that area at the moment. Kato, I think, is throwing reinforcements in there now. He's happy with his central push. He can now reinforce that area. Gonzo using M2A1 there to briefly capture those two flags, but he is going to lose them. And actually, if he loses this one as well, Kato's going to find himself at a 15-9. That's pretty good going early on in this game. Definitely showing Gonzo he's got what it takes to win the Steel Division 2 League. And I'm sure Nilla watching this won't like the start from Kato Megumi.ZZ. Very aggressive start. Nilla may well butt heads against him, but either player, Gonzo and Kato here, showing aggression early on. The kind of play style that Nilla is obviously well known for. Looks like Gonzo does have enough here to recapture a lot of this central area, or at least not lose any further ground. It's going to be key for him to keep the T-34-76s alive. There is still, yeah, both Pak 38s are still alive, but in comes the Zuchok, and we're going to see how that fares. Surprised that one turned away from the Pak 38 there. I don't know whether it briefly lost line of sight for some reason, but yeah, definitely turned away. Oh, in comes more Pak 38s. Kato's responding to the threat of the T-34-76s. Needs to unload them, does unload them in just at the right time. These T-34-76s, they could be in trouble here to those Pak 38s. Down goes an Su-57. In comes the Zuchok. Let's see, will it get the kill on this first Pak 38? It tries to engage here. Yes, it does. You see how powerful this plane is, and in comes the second one as well. Let's not. Let's follow it in for the gun run. Oh, ho, ho. Down in one run there. Two Pak 38s 50s lost in a matter of moments. The Zuchoks reign supreme in the skies for Gonzo, and maybe that is the start of a resurgence. T-34-85 in the center here has come in to kind of support this central area, and Gonzo definitely look to maybe exploit the gain he's made in this central town and push further south, possibly pincer Kato Megumi.ZZ in this central area. His tanks have won out, the pack guns have gone down to those Zuchoks, and Gonzo re-engaging his T-34-76s once more. Kato's troops down here have all been destroyed, but he does have some Ersatz-Truppen camping out in the forest a bit further south. Kato reduced back to a 13-11, but in comes the big boy, Königsklasse, first of its kind on the field, and that will certainly give Gonzo something to think about. The T-30, I don't think Gonzo's quite aware that Königsklasse is on its way in. Is that SPW-233 going to go down here? May well go down to the... nope. I think the follow-up Zuchok did switch fire up into the northern side. Ooh, Kato Megumi successful push up against these Tanko Disaniki. There were 3 squads in there, so he's been very successful pushing back into this northern side. Although the Zuchok comes into support now, and I think those Tanko Disaniki are going to survive in that engagement. T-34-85 taking on the Panzer IV Gs. The T-34-85 is driver knocked out though by the SPW-233, flanking in the north, getting a side shot in there, as well as the SDKFZ 250/9 with its autocannon. Big engagement, and that T-34-85 is forced back by a number of platforms here. Gonzo particularly weak up in this northern side, only 3 units left here. Will Kato Megumi.ZZ exploit that to his advantage? But he is going to have to strengthen his central area. The Königsklasse will come in, and will it be able to dispatch a number of units? Pak 3850 does have sight onto the top of that hill, But other than that, it's not a fantastic position, really. I'm kind of surprised he didn't try and push that further through. But for now, it's doing the job against the T-34-76. The Ersatstruppen are discovered, and they are only Ersatstruppen gonna... I thought for a moment they were Tanko Disaniki. There are a number of in there. They will get dealt with by the number of Stroker units. They can't hold on to that. Kato does push a Flammenwerfer in to secure the flag for now. 13-11 against Gonzo, but definitely has to trade well. Cannot rely on trading units for territory. Definitely needs to trade well. We have the first Königstiger on the field. We have the reply from Gonzo. IS-2 Konroti, but it's not going to face off directly against that Königstiger. He's going to push into the center area. I wonder whether Gonzo's pushing it in here and then's going to try and move south and get some kind of side shot, try and catch Kato unawares. But Kato is reinforcing his northern position. A very strong move from him, and I think that's going to pay off for him once he actually pushes through an attack. Looks like there's going to be two T-34-85s that are going to stand in his way, along with a 52P, but I definitely think Kato can push through there in that northern side. It's just a matter of taking out the units one at a time. Down in the south, the Panzer IV Gs are starting to engage. The Ersatstruppen have lost the big battle in that forest. But the Königstiger still reigns supreme and is going to overwatch this central township. In comes the ZIS-3s, which may well use their indirect fire to try and use the artillery against that Königstiger. Also, in comes a ZIS-2. It's going to come into this kind of position. It is going to be able to fire on that Königstiger as well, and that ZIS-2 can take it out frontally, but it's going to have to rely on the APCR shells, I think, to do that. So, all is quiet on the southern flank for now. Kato is investing resources up into the north. Has managed to recapture the flag. Keeps himself at a 14-10. The IS-2 does come into the city here. Gonzo microing it forward. And I think he's looking to cut off the supply route here. He's now backing it away once again. I'm not sure why he didn't like that engagement there. He suddenly got very worried and backed away that IS-2. The Königstiger, we heard its cannon. It is just firing HE at the advancing Strokey. I think Kato's going to just look to defend this position from now onwards. I'd be surprised if he makes another push into this central area. I think he will just lose too many units to do that. So I think he's just going to play the waiting game. Hope that he can just take care of Gonzo's resources. Does push forward the Königstiger once more, and that's going to be nice for this ZIS-2 gun. It's going to rely on these APCR shells at 185mm of penetration, so definitely does need to engage that Königstiger at around about 1,000 meters to ensure it does get some kind of kill. A 2,000 meter range is gonna, it's not got a high enough chance. So the fact that Kato is pushing that Königstiger forwards actually is a nice thing for Gonzo. He's going to be okay with that. Off map into the center. It's coming from the Bayo 38H. 173mm, so we'll do a fair bit of damage. I don't expect to see a huge amount of kills, but we'll definitely give Gonzo something to think about here. Down goes one of the Tanko Disaniki squads. The rest of them falling back. It's going to allow Kato to push forwards. The IS-2 though squaring up onto the crossroads, and those Panzer IV Gs think better of pushing down. That IS-2 does have a clear shot down the road, and Kato is going to have to unload his Panzergrens early. I imagine he's going to push them down around the south and back up into that town. A couple of ZIS-3 guns do come in here. The 85s are tackling with M4s and Panzer IV Gs across the lake. The ZIS-3 guns will come in here though. One of them will move through this forest and have a nice engagement range onto all of Kato's armoured units. In comes a Focke-Wulf 190 G1. I imagine that's targeting one of the ZIS guns here. He must have spotted it come into the forest. Yeah, I think he spotted that with one of his Panzer IV-Gs. So, the ZIS-3, we have that engaging the Königstiger, but the ZIS-2 hasn't moved forwards for now. I think Gonzo's happy to let that Königstiger kind of sit there. Gonzo doesn't really want to attack, so he's just going to let that Königstiger sit there. It's not really doing much. Yes, it's engaging that ZIS-3, but Kato's not really attacking, so Gonzo doesn't have to really push too hard at this moment in this kind of area. He's happy to sit at a 13-11. He has 23 minutes left to kind of salvage this game. So for the moment, it's not a huge pressing threat. I guess it would be if Kato suddenly brings in another 2 Königstigers to support that central position. But I think Gonzo has a strong enough defense right now. I think he's going to concentrate on this northern area and definitely the center where Kato is pushing troops in once more. Another off map looking to target that central area. One of the ZIS-3 guns did go down, but it looks like it's taken out a number of armored units here as well. Kato had several of these Shermans in this position. The IS-2 firing up north as well in a very nice spot. In comes the Zuchoks. They have free reign right now. No AA whatsoever on Kato Megumi's side. He has those flak 88s in B phase. He has in A and B phase. He has some SDKF-71s as well, but none of them have come out onto the field yet. And I have a feeling Kato's not going to bring them out for quite a while. Down comes the off map. Doesn't really kill any further units. The ZIS-3 gun did go down, so it will relieve some pressure off his armoured units, but the IS-2 is the main threat here. I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen an air attack launched by Kato. I guess while these Zuchoks are in the air, they can hold off any kind of Ju-88S1 that's going to come in and use its cluster munitions. Gonzo's put the ZIS-2 gun on hold fire. Does not want that thing revealing itself. That thing is solely there to take out the Königstiger. Does not want it revealing itself early. The ZIS-3 gun comes back into position, but again, he's got it on hold fire. Doesn't want to engage at kind of 2,000 meter range. It cannot destroy that Königstiger at that kind of range. In comes the Focke-Wulf 190 G1s. Oh, the IS-2 does go down there. The IS-2 goes down. I feel like it might have been a shot from this Panzer IV-G. It goes down in reply to the T-3485 up here, but I feel like this must have been a side shot that killed that IS-2. Big kill on a Königstiger ordered into the central position. Kato is going to push here strong, and Gonzo is looking... He looks like he could be at trouble right now, but the one thing that still doesn't, in my mind, mean that Gonzo is going to lose this game is those 6 IS-2s in C phase. I have the feeling he is just biding his time. He's just sitting at that 13-11, and in 3 minutes time he's going to have access to another, what, 9? Well, he's got 6 IS-2s in B phase and he's only used 1, so yeah, another 9 IS-2s at his disposal. But he's just got to afford them. That's the key. He has to be able to afford those IS-2s. It's not often we see a C-phase card of IS-2s on a Vanguard deck. So, Kato's splitting up his Königstigers. He's looking to use them to dominate the battlefield. In comes the third and final off-map into that centre town. 3 off maps, but Kato still doesn't have the flag. Gonzo doesn't have reserves though. So if he is able to push through, especially with this Königstiger coming down this road, then Gonzo may well lose this entire central town. I think Kato really needs to push this attack through. He doesn't know what's here though. He doesn't know what's here. Oh, he's brought the Pak 43 in here. I think that was to deal with the IS-2. He probably ordered that before the IS-2 went down. Look at this little flank from the T-34-85 up north. The Panzer Grenadiers, they're moving up there to check out what's going on, but there are Panzer Grens out in the open. There's also a Panzer M4 here that could go down. This T-34-85 flank is kind of nice to see. The PaK-43 is going to announce its arrival, taking shots at the T-34-85 Reshetnikov. But that thing's got to back out the way. The T-34-85 also announces its arrival, taking shots and destroying the Panzer M4. Nice flank there, and that's going to give Kato something to deal with, at least for the moment. Gonzo maneuvering backwards. There is a Panzerfaust in this forest, and I think Kato is going to get that kill as soon as we get into position. Let's see. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. And that T-34-85 is no more. The PaK-43 is in a prime place to hold off any advances from some heavy tanks, as well as the almighty T-34-85s that Gonzo has, and also taking out after Michiki in the transports. Kato won't mind that. In comes a double Focke-Wulf strike onto the after Michiki's advancing in the forest. This could be a big hurt to Gonzo if all three of them get surrendered here. Yeah. The bombs hit one, destroy one, another surrenders, and will the Pioneers push forward for the third surrender? I think those after Michiki are just going to retreat in time to avoid that. Kato does not push that central attack. He does get the flag, but Gonzo will hold it off for now, gives him time to get some reinforcing after Michiki's in, and Gonzo will be happy with that for now. I think he has pushed forward in the south. The after Michiki have been discovered, pinned down. One of the Panzer IVs down here do go down to that ZIS-3 gun in the forest, but the Koenigsegg is still a big threat here. And how is Gonzo going to deal with that? Because he has no air units to take it out. He's going to have to take it on mano a mano, tank on tank, or at least gun on gun with the ZIS-2 down here. He can't take out that Koenigsegg from the sky. Ooh, the after Michiki's in trouble here. Does not want to lose these in the transport, but Gonzo has them in that half track, so they can just waltz straight up to the Panzergrens and take them out at close range. See you later, Panzergrens. Just lost immediately. Another off-map comes in here, but I can't help but feel it's a little bit of a waste. Is that 4 off-maps on that Panzer 38HF? It defies all units off-map, what's the words, kind of technology before it. All of them have 3, but for some reason this one has 4 from the looks of it, unless I've miscounted the number that is placed down. So Gonzo resecures the flag, and he does so, waltzing straight up to the other Panzergrens. Oh, luckily there's a second one here that can provide that crossfire, as well as the SPW-233, but Gonzo bringing the WC-52 KAO doesn't actually tell me the caliber of the off-map. Oh, the Koenigsegg is not sitting in a fantastic position here. I mean, why is Kato just not waltzed down this road? I guess those after Michiki has to worry about the close range nature of them, but yeah, it doesn't feel like it's being utilised as effectively as it could be. At least in there it would have a better sight line. Yeah, I think Kato's missing a trick. Oh, we do see a Flak 4188 up onto the northern side. I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen them come onto this hill. They can at least double the firepower that Kato has overwatching this central town. Gonzo again pushing through Strokies into this heavy forest, but for now the Panzer IVG's cutting them off at the pass. Don't think Gonzo's gonna find any kind of ground in this central area unless he takes out that Koenigsegg. That Koenigsegg is really doing a fantastic job here because it's allowing Kato to resupply this city at any point in time. I think actually Gonzo would be better off trying to flank almost all the way down south, but the reason he's not doing that is there's no flags down there. Even if he captures territory up to this point, there's no flags there, so he has to... I think he's concentrating solely on flags right now. He's had a 13-11, he's been down 13-11 for a long time now. We're 23 minutes into this game, there's 14 minutes left on the clock. Gonzo's sacrificing his own troops though with this off map. Unless he's after Michigi somehow fall back in time, but he needs more reinforcements in here. I feel like he might be saving up for an IS-2 right now. Yeah, we have one on the southern side. He's doing exactly what I mentioned. I think he's going to put it into this kind of position and then try and push for this southernmost flag. At least get a 12-12, which will buy him more time. He's also pushing for this flag up here, so he's definitely not out of time yet. Definitely not out of time, but Kato is in such a strong position right now. Has a major lead. Gonzo does recover the 12-12, but I don't think he'll keep it for long. I don't think he will keep this for long. Ju-88S1 coming in, but not targeting anything. I think it's obviously lost sight of whatever it was after and is now circling overhead. But Gonzo's got the same problem that Kato had. No anti-air up right now. Does have a Dushka down south, but that's not going to keep a Ju-88S1 at bay. Needs some anti-air up north. We do have a push coming down south. This is where Gonzo's going to look to secure territory. There's just a Pack 3850 that's going to be the main line of defense for Kato, but once that's revealed, I think Gonzo's going to take it out fairly easily. He's trying to bypass that Königseiger, flank down south, secure himself some more flags. We could see a successful push there. And I think it's important Gonzo makes that successful push. Ooh. Suddenly reversing his stroke key, so the time wasn't right. For whatever he was doing there, the time was not right. I think maybe they got ahead of the IS-2. He must want the IS-2 to lead the charge. Here we go. Here we go. Yes. They were too far ahead of his other units. So, we have the southern push on its way in. The Panzergrenadier. Oh, look at this. The Zuchoks coming in. They're going to retarget surely onto that Pack 38. No, I guess they don't. I'm kind of surprised Gonzo didn't retarget onto the Pack 38. He must not have seen that when he microed those Zuchoks. The ZIS-5 is not going to keep that Focke-Wulf at bay. Oh, and there's a lot of tightly packed units here. This could put a stop to this attack straight away. The Pack 38 does go down to the Russian T-34-76. They are rushing and they are Russian. That is for sure. The MG42, I think that one's going to go down as well. Look at this flank onto the Panzer IVs. Oh, this is a big engagement. Down goes one of them. The other one just racing by. Look at it. It's going to capture the territory. Ho, ho, ho. What a big swing here. Gonzo captures the southern side, brings it back to a 12-12, but he definitely needs more time. He gives himself that more time. He needs more territory. He needs to take out these Königstigers. He needs to establish a big defense in the southern side. There's more MGs coming in, but they cannot tackle this T-34-76, so Gonzo's going to use that to his ability. Kato's going to need to micro that Königstiger into a better position, bring better weaponry down onto this southern side. Look at this T-34-76. One of the MGs goes down, the other one, I think he's going to rush it through to that position, yeah. Panzer IV-H is going to be the response from Kato, but Gonzo has pushed through successfully here. If he could get some more equipment up here, he could definitely start to put a big defense down onto this southern side and really turn the tides of this game. Reinforcing Strelky DPs coming, looking to capture the territory. With men on the ground, the IS-2 has come very far forwards. I think he's going to look to ambush that Königstiger. Still has that ZIS-2 gun there. He's going to look to flank the Panzer IV-G again. I think he's being very risky here. I guess one of his Strokies are going to drop off close to this forest. The T-34, oh, he's looking for an engagement onto that Königstiger. Will he get it? Looks like he's got a side shot. No, the Panzer IV-H saves Kato Megumi.ZZ from that side shot. That would have been a turn up for the books. There is another 76 down here though, so Gonzo at least has some reinforcements. Kato rushing a Panzergren into this southern compound, going to try and hold it against the Strelky. But Gonzo is moving down there as well, spots the MG42 and will take that out with a quick blast of the machine guns on that T-34. We've not looked at the northern side for now, but I think it's fairly quiet up there. Looks like more off maps coming down into that center position. The Bayo.UE 630F 105mm heading into position up in that northern area. The IS-2 is still a big threat down here, but we do have Panzer IV-H's in for Kato. He does reinforce the flag. In comes a Ju-88S1. Should take care of this T-34-76 without much trouble at all. Oh, look at that lovely view, and yes, it does. Easily taking it down, and obviously didn't have line of sight onto that IS-2 because there's no way he would have allocated that onto the T-34 if he could see that IS-2 sat there. So the Zuchoks come in, do some decent suppression damage against that Königstiger. A lot of strokey DPs coming in up here, but the loss of the T-34-76 takes away that armor from Gonzo, and the Panzer IV-H's are going to reveal themselves. Definitely going to do a lot of damage. JU strikes and Focke-Wulf strikes come in. I think Kato doesn't realize it was only one man down there, but yeah, they will go down to a successful set of airstrikes. Let's briefly move up to the northern side once again. Kato does recapture the town and really has a fantastic foothold on this north. 13-11 for Kato. Gonzo's got 10 minutes left, and I think he's given up on the north. All sights are on the south for Gonzo, but it's looking he's in a lot of trouble here. Oh, he has pushed it up northwards from this position down here. He's pushed up through these buildings, building by building, and does secure the central flag. Kato's forces in here were in from the start, but have now gone down, and Gonzo equals the 12-12 once again. Will Kato push a central attack? There's only 2 strokey DPs here. I think once these go down, Kato will realise the extent of Gonzo's lack of forces in this central position and will look to exploit it. This will be the next point of attack for Kato Megumi.ZZ. There's the territory swing. Let's see, does he change the orders? He may well not be microing up there right now. We'll try and keep our eyes on that. Does throw in some reinforcing Panzergrenz into that central position. Another Ju-88S1 strike coming down south. Again, the infantry being taken out before that bomber comes in. He's been incredibly unlucky at his use of bombs in this game. Always seems to take them out with his ground units before they come in. The T-34-85 looking to take on that Königstiger. The IS-2 not in position, but it is being repositioned. Gonzo's looking to double team that now, triple team it now. That Königstiger's looking like it's in trouble. And I think Kato ought to order that one back. It's being attacked from 4 different tanks right now, and the IS-2 is the big threat here. I guess Kato's not too worried. Down goes the T-34-85, but once this IS-2 shows... Ooh. Yes, Gonzo is now. I think he was trying to back off the T-34-85, misclicked onto the IS-2. This is the big threat. The IS-2 versus the Königstiger. Will it get the kill? Oh, the Königstiger's engaging it now. Oh, this is a big fight. Gonzo does not like that. Does not like that risk. And calls back that IS-2. Oh, in comes the Ju-88S1. This could be a massive strike. Down onto Gonzo. Oh, he just misses. Gonzo pulled it back just at the right time. Exceptional micro. Pushes forward once again. He's looking to take that Königstiger. More bombers come in, trying to stress out that Königstiger. It is fully stressed out now. The crew are suppressed. They are reversing. And will Gonzo pick up the kill? He's looking to advance his T-34-76s forwards. He's fast moving them up, trying to get closer to secure that Königstiger kill. In comes the Zuchok, trying to relieve pressure on the south, but it's all about this Königstiger. Oh my days, will that IS-2 get the kill? I think he's lost line of sight. Kato has, well, the crew have reversed that tank far enough, and Gonzo does not get the kill he desires. Still a 12-12 here. the attack does come up into this central position. Gonzo did manage to get Strokey DP in here, but it's not enough. I think Kato will capture this position, and Gonzo's going to find himself back down to a 13-11. 10 minutes left on this clock. Ooh, down goes the, I think it was a T-34-85 in there. The Ju-88 comes in again. I think that's 4 times now it's come in. No, it is targeted onto Strokey DP. I thought it was targeted onto the tank there for a moment. Oh, down goes the off maps, but they will have been used, the artillery. The Koenigsegger is now in position to hit all of the reinforcements. This is the position Kato needed that Koenigsegger in. Gonzo's not going to be able to get any units into this town. Kato fully secures it, but Gonzo has managed to get the 12-12 back, briefly captured that area. I think it was the T-34-76 that was rushing forwards. It does look to have been destroyed. And Gonzo, I think, is in trouble now. I think he's in real trouble now, because this is a highly defensible area. It's on the ridgeline. Yes, there's 2 flags here. Gonzo could capture them, but Kato really just needs to bring in another Koenigsegger. I think he's got one more at his disposal. Just needs to bring in one more Koenigsegger, and it really shuts down the area. He's got 2 flak 4188s. I think he's got another one of those. He could bring one of those, sit it in kind of this position here. That's going to really help cut any reinforcements off. Gonzo's pretty limited right now. With this position down here being almost fully captured. Oh, the SDKFZ did go down to the T-34-85 Reshetnikov. It is doing quite a good work there, the leader unit. Let's just take a look. Does have a custom skin here, but it's pretty beaten up. I have to say, that one's not going to survive many more hits. The Zuchok coming into the sun side. We do have a Ju-88S1 going to target that T-34-85 in there. Will pick up the kill. Oh no, it's actually missed. It missed the position. Oof. And that's a big loss of that unit. The IS-2 pushing forwards. Gonzo really, I think he's feeling the pressure now. To be ordering that IS-2 forwards in that kind of way, he's really feeling the pressure. Down goes the Panzer IV-H though. Flak 4188 is coming in. That can destroy that IS-2 quite easily. Bombers coming down. And what are they hitting? Are they going to hit that IS-2? I think they're slightly off target here. Yep, off target again. Kato's been off target with a lot of his bombing strikes. But the Flak 41 is going to start to shut down the air. And that Cobra thinks better of it, turns straight back around and flies away. He does not want to go down. He does not want to go down. And Kato has successfully pushed the center though. Will he go further? Gonzo's hoping he doesn't. Gonzo's hoping that he gives up at this point. But his northern flank is massively weak right now. Which is why I think he was pushing forward so aggressively with that IS-2. He's got a second one down here. I didn't notice the second one coming in. I think if this Panzer IV-H goes down, he can successfully push the after Michiki right up to this Panzergren. He's going to unload them in the face of the Panzergren. And he will retake that position. I'm sure of it. But how is he going to win this game? I feel with his north so weak, Kato is eventually going to push through here. It's just a matter of time. Another unit goes down. I think it was a ZIS-3 in there. It's just a matter of time before Kato takes this flag up here as well. And maybe even another 2. Gonzo has to reinforce his northern position. He has to do it. He has to do it. It's all well and good pushing down south, forcing Kato to invest in the south, but he has nothing up there right now. Even if he takes the south, eventually Kato's going to feel so much, he's going to feel under so much pressure that he's going to have to attack in the north, and Gonzo's got nothing there. Gonzo has to invest in that northern side if he's going to win this game, for sure. He does get the 13-11 though. The successful after Michiki push along with the IS-2s does give him that lead. The Ju-88S1, will it finally get an IS-2 kill? Let's follow this one in. Has he spotted it? Let's find out. It looks like he is on target. Yes, he is. And he does get that IS-2 kill. Finally, his bomber comes good. and he gets the IS-2 kill and relieves pressure off his southern flank. Got needs to get down here as well, although it's not in a fantastic position. Kind of surprised it didn't join its brethren further up north and try and double team that northern area, because down here it's very tightly placed. I think Gonzo is going to try and push a couple of ZIS-3 guns into this forest and engage it from close range. If you hear a little background noise, that is my dog. He loves injecting his bit of passion into these Steel Division 2 casts. I still haven't got the sound well enough that I can actually mask him. He's quite loud. The A-20C Bostons finally come in, and no, they're not going to make it this time. I think they need another plane there to soak up some damage. Well, will it actually go down here? The double flak 4188 might take this Boston down. Let's see whether it can survive. It is a very resilient plane, can survive a lot of hits, but will it survive, what, 8? Possibly 10 flak 41 shells? It might well do that. Yes, it does. It shows how resilient those planes are. In comes this northern attack from Kato. He's going to capture that northern flag, and like I said, Gonzo needed to invest something up there. I think he's going to lose this game because he's just too weak up north. He is too weak up north. He's gambling on the fact that Kato's not going to push there. Oh, finally, we see those reinforcements. Finally. And is that enough to allow Gonzo to hold? Kato sneaks the flag. Gonzo's going to push forward the T-34-85 Reshetnikov. It's done such a great job up to now. Actually forces Kato to unload his Panzergrens early. I don't know whether I think he saw the T-34-85 and got worried and unloaded his infantry, and then Gonzo backs off. What a fake! What a fake from Gonzo! Wow, fake. That's fake of the tournament for sure. It's got to be fake of the tournament, that one. I don't know if that was intentional, but oh my days, did that totally fake out Kato Megumi.ZZ up there in the north. Wow. And Gonzo coming down south, he's equaling the 12-12. This is a very tight game now. 41 minutes in. Both of them on Vanguard income, no income advantage. Gonzo's got a long way to win this game. And, oh, in comes another Ju-88S. One strike, it's going to be down onto the IS-2. It's backing off. Can it avoid? I don't think it can. I do not think it can. No, it did! It did avoid it! Oh, it's another one! But Gonzo's got a lot of those IS-2s. I think he's got at least another 6. There's got to be another 6. We've not seen 4 out onto the field yet. I think we've seen 3, so I think he had 10 in his deck. That would make 7 IS-2s remaining. So yeah, 6 or 7 IS-2s left. Here come the push of the Panzergrens up in the north, along with a G1. Actually, that T-34-85 could go down if it's targeting it. It is heavily damaged. Oh, it did not. It's targeted the Strelky further south. Gonzo, oh, I think he's going to lose this battle. He is going to lose his Strelky. Yeah, it does reinforce more. He has to hold on to this north if he's got a chance of winning the game. Oh, and Kato, look at this. Cheeky little... Oh, is he going to flank? I thought he was going to flank for this flag down here. Yes, he is. He is. A cheeky little flank from Kato. This could be the turning point. The turning point, or the point that secures the game for Kato. Gonzo is pushing forwards again in the south. In comes an SDK-71 this time to help out in the air engagement. Ooh, this is tough to call, but I think Kato is in such a strong position up north. He has to be my bet to win this game. Are we going to see a Panzerfaust kill onto the Reshetnikov? Not yet. He's not yet in range. I'm kind of surprised Kato didn't go for that, but in fact he's backing away. I mean, he only has 1 man left here, so I guess he may well die if he tries to cross the open ground. I think Gonzo would be better off concentrating his Zuchok up north. Although, yeah, actually, I take that back. There are 2 flat 41s up here, so yeah. I take that back. That was a bad call. This is why I'm not playing. This is why I'm casting and not playing. Oh, look though. Kato did secure that cheeky flank. And he's pushing forwards. He could... Oh, down goes... was that the Zuchot? I think the Zuchot went down there. Relieving some more pressure. And Kato is going to secure... I think he's going to secure another flag. If he doesn't push there, there's something crazy going on. He's going to push forwards into this heavy forest for sure. Does secure the flag. Goes back to a 13-11. Gonzo's got less than 7 minutes to hold on. Strelky's pushing forward, but he's not yet broken through. Oh, movement from this SPW-231s. He does spot the after Machiki. Gonzo's going to try and micro this and pick up a kill here with those grenades. Oh, but the bomber comes in just in time. That Focke-Wulf 190 G1 just in the nick of time. For once, Kato gets his bombing strike absolutely on point. Ooh, the Strelky though are going to ambush the Flak 41 88 and should get that kill. Another G1 coming in, but I have a feeling that's got the wrong spot. I have a feeling he's hitting this area here. He's just a little bit in the wrong place. That SPW-231 is a recon vehicle, so it's not capturing the front line here. He's going to rely on the Panzergrenz to do that. Let's just switch back to the north. Gonzo has... He has strengthened his north, but I wouldn't say it's impenetrable. It's going to be interesting to see that Pak 43 take a possible close range shot against that T-34-85. Reshetnikov's been doing just a fantastic job here. Gonzo's put a unit in that little township and held the ground for now. This Central Königsberg has been out of the game for such a long time. I'm surprised Kato hasn't done this earlier. Why did he not move this Königsberg down here earlier? I mean, a massive mistake. He could have done that 10 minutes ago at least. Gonzo still has a huge amount of units down here. If he does trade well, if he can take out the key Königstigers, I mean, I guess Kato's not impenetrable either. He still could go either way. Wow. Intense game, and if Kato loses these two Panzergrenz, this position's going to fall. Ooh, he's reinvested in the north once again, so Gonzo finally wins out in that northern push. The Pak 43 did go down. Gonzo's north looks much more secure, but there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Panzergrenz squads heading into that north. Oh my god, who is going to win this game? So close. One of the T-34-85s does go down to a 500 meter range shot from that Pak 43. Surely Gonzo sees that Königstiger now. Does he have any AA guns? AA guns? I mean AT guns. Oh, look at the Zenarts. He's finally got fed up of Kato's bombing strikes and brings in a whole ton of Zenart 37s on towed by the Dushkas. Oh, Kato's investing down into the south. He realizes the peril that he is in. Gonzo could push down here. This is so tight. In comes the A20C Boston. I think, is it targeting that Königstiger? I imagine it is. No, he's targeting the infantry. It's really hard to get a handle on where the bombs are going if you don't actually see the target. Off map up north. Ooh, and it's supported by a Panzergren push. Could this be the nail in the coffin for Gonzo? Could this be Kato's final successful northern push? I think he's going to be committing all of his forces. Will he be successful? He's pushing Panzergrens into the off map. And he can see it, so he knows, like, he is fully sacrificing those Panzergrens. I'm very surprised by that. They do go down. I'm really surprised he did that. Okay, so what is going to happen here? Let's just push back up north to see this off map and the attack come in. Reshetnikov's gone down. Reshetnikov has gone down. I think it was the close range Panzer IV H shot that destroyed the leader the icon of the 29th Tank Corps, and Gonzo's retreating. Kato has pushed forwards a successful attack here. This could be the end for Gonzo. He has 6 minutes to respond. But how is he going to do it? I have a feeling he's just going to try and hold this compound here. He's going to give up this flag. And he's going to concentrate on trying to take the flags down south. I think he needs to use his IS-2s more aggressively. Along with the T-34-85, and just look to overwhelm that Königstiger. Or the one a little bit further north. He has to take out those Königstigers. They are holding Kato's defense. Because if he takes out the Königstiger, he can take out the SDKFZ-71. And then he can take out the infantry. You know, he can push his own infantry forwards. If he pushed his infantry forwards over open ground, the combination of the Panzergrenaders, the Königstiger, the SDKFZ-71, you know, he is doing it. He's doing it. But this isn't going to be successful, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure he's not going to be successful here. It looks like he is now being more aggressive. I think he's lost that northern position. He's realised that. He's doing exactly what I anticipated. He's looking to defend at this compound. He's not going to be able to repush that position. He's going to have to be more aggressive in different areas. In comes the Ju-88S1. I think the tanks... Oh, down it goes! The combination of all the Zenarts are enough. Gonzo is pushing forwards. He does get into the building. But the other unit is not going to survive. And that one stroke he does go down. Was unsuccessful. The after Machiki, yeah, if they... I was literally about to say that. If they can come up here, hidden by the buildings from that Königstiger and the SDKFZ-71, maybe they can do it. One of the units does go down, and VZ VOD comes in as well. Gonzo could be out of infantry now. Off-map comes in. Nicely positioned. And I think this is the end for Gonzo. I think this off-map could be the end. Oh, it's incredibly tight. In comes SPW-231s up north. I think he's going to try and push that compound. The off-map is about to come down. If that gets a couple of tank kills, especially an IS-2 kill, Gonzo could be in major trouble. Oh, he does capture the flag. Gonzo gets himself a 13-11. He's got 30 minutes to hold this game, though. Can he do it? Oh, a mortar half-track. That's exactly the counter Kato is going to want. He's going to target that town. And this is the thing with the flag system. All he has to do is eliminate... he doesn't know where that unit is, but he knows it's close enough to take the flag, so he's just guessing. Oh, a push from Gonzo. Oh my god, this is so tight. He's going to get himself a 14-10 here, but can he hold on? He's got 30 minutes to hold this game. This could go long. This could go long. He has the IS-2s. Does he have the infantry? Oh, this compound, though, is going to go down. There's just one strokey. The T-34-85 that had come in had lost it. Oh, this one's going to surely take up this position on top of this hill. Yeah, that's exactly where it's going. Oh, Kato's pushing forwards with his tanks. Does not want to lose his infantry. I think Kato's won the infantry battle. Gonzo looks to be desperately short right now. The T-34-85 does take down the off-map. It lets Kato know there is a threat here. In comes a couple of Bostons. Gonzo very worried about this northern push here. If this compound goes down, he's still going to have a 13-11, but Kato can then shift down south, take another flag. Oof, this front line is almost shifted completely. Wow. I still think Kato's in a better position here, but look at this. Oh my god, this is so tight. Gonzo just cannot afford the IS-2s. He can't afford the IS-2s. This artillery is preceding a push from these Panzergrens, and yeah, the infantry's now revealed, so it will retarget the infantry, and Kato will be successfully a mortar. You know, an infantry push supported by mortars is always going to win out against, you know, 2 infantry in defensive buildings, always. The Aftomichiki will do a lot of damage, but yeah, there goes the pin, and then the immediate surrenders, yeah. So back to a 12-12, and Kato's going to pick up this flag. You know, he's going to swing south, surely. He's trying to right now with this Panzergren move. Just one T-34-85. It is now under pressure from the Panzer IV-H. If this Panzer IV-H gets the kill, oh, we do have a second supporting one. Yeah, it does get the kill. Nice job. Panzer IV-H beating a T-34-85. Kato will take that any day. Pushes the flag, gets himself a 13-11. Gonzo's got 3 minutes 40 left on the clock. It is looking difficult for Gonzo. Oh, he's finally being aggressive onto this King Tiger. The Dushka, I think, is pushing forwards just to recon the front. Find out what's there. But the IS-2 and the T-34-85 is pushing forwards. Going to... Oh, the crack! The T-34-85 takes down the King Tiger at close range. Does this finally open the way to Gonzo? His best bet will be to shift north here. I mean, I know he has units in the south, but shift north. There is nothing up there. The off-map is about to come in, and I think that's what he's doing. I think that's what he's doing. The Razvedka coming in there. They do have the bazookas. Can take down that Panzer IV if they get into range, but the Panzergrens, yeah, with those MG42s, do take it down. Planes dying in the skies above. Off-map coming down. The Koenigsegger does... sorry, the Panzer IV-H does go down. Probably to that T-34-85 again. And I think Gonzo's out of infantry. I think he's out of infantry. I think those Razvedkas signal his lack of infantry. But I think Kato's still in a tough spot himself. It's still 13-11 to Kato. Gonzo has 3 minutes. Kato's looking to push for this flag here, but I think Gonzo has enough, especially if this SPW-233 goes down, which it doesn't, but if it pushes up to 100 meters, it... Oh, the Panzergrens! I did not see them for a moment. Oh, and a Koenigsegger as well. Ouch. Gonzo's going to have a tough time here. The Boston's going to take care of the infantry, but that Koenigsegger is going to signal a tough time for Gonzo in that central area. Look at Kato, he's bringing in mortar after mortar. Still a 13-11. Gonzo got 2.5 minutes left on this clock, and it's tough to see him doing it, to be honest, because it does equal the 12-12. He's still gonna, even if he gets a 13-11, he's still got 30 minutes to hold this game. I think Kato's going to shut down this northern spawn. I think he's going to shut down that northern spawn. Ooh, something went down here. Gonzo loses a lot of territory. Kato gets the 13-11 once again. 2 minutes on the clock. Oh, this SPW-231 pushes forwards. There's just one T-34-85 left. Gonzo does get the kill, but he's going to push it into danger because he's desperate to get the flags. There is a Panzergren with a Panzerfaust. It will get the kill. Gonzo is out of infantry. And that T-34-85 is just going to rush towards his death. In fact, this is it for Gonzo. 1 minute 40 left on the clock. I don't see him being able to pick up another flag here. I really don't see him being able to pick up another flag. He doesn't have the infantry left to hold, you know, any kind of ground. The M42 gun, I think he's actually using that to kind of find the infantry. I think he's using that so the infantry fire on it, reveal themselves, and then at least allow his tanks to fire on the infantry. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but that kind of seems what's happening. Koenigsegger into the centre, does catch the T-34-85 off guard for a moment. Yeah, in comes the Bostons. They're going to actually take care of the infantry. May well pick up this flag. He's got less than a minute on this clock. I don't think he's going to win the game, but who knows? People have come back from this kind of timeline. Oh, he does lose both. Both infantry lost. Gonzo picks up the flag back to a 12-12. I mean, he could do this. Oh. I think Kato's going to eventually push back in the south, though. The same thing's going to happen that happened in the north. Gonzo's pressuring Kato so much that eventually Kato's going to push all of his forces forwards. And Gonzo's not got anything here to take down that Königstiger. So, yeah, I mean, Kato's eventually going to push his Panzergrenz forwards. And they are going to win this position. It's just a matter of time. Especially with mortar support. Gonzo is just fighting a losing battle here. I definitely think he's out of this. As soon as Kato's still got infantry, although I think he is out now. This signals the end of Kato's infantry. Those Panzergrenz Führers coming in, that is the last. You don't bring 5 lots of Panzergrenz Führers in if you've got infantry left. You bring 1 Panzergrenz Führer and 4 squads of infantry. There is no way Kato's got any infantry left, but at least he's got something that can hold the ground. Gonzo's got nothing. He's got Rozvedka. That's the only infantry-based unit he's got left in his deck. They do not hold the front ground. The front line, they've only got... they've got recon unit. They are a recon unit. They don't hold the front ground. They do have the bazookas, though, which is, I think, what he's using them for. He's going to try and take down these Panzer IV H's, but... yeah. Eventually, Kato's going to push back in the south. It is going to happen. And in this central position as well. I'm kind of surprised more IS-2s haven't come out now. Gonzo must be... he's got so little units left that I'm kind of surprised he isn't saving up points. Just automatically, just from a lack of units to bring in. Transmission damage onto that IS-2. Big shot from the Panzer IV-H. Here come the Panzergrenz Führers. Down goes 1. Are they going to make it? They might not make it. They aren't going to make it. They're going to get taken out. Oh. Maybe Gonzo can still do this. Maybe. His south just looks so weak now, though. Maybe somehow he can do this. Oh, those Rozvedkas. I think they are going to die, though. Oh, look at this Panzergrenz here. Has that used all of... yeah, it's used all of its Panzerfaust. So it cannot ambush the units. That's the dog again. It's been such a long game. We're at 1 hour and 1 minute. Ooh, ooh. Wow. We just caught that engagement. The T-34-85 here in the center. I think he probably went for a rear shot onto that Königstiger, but missed, and the Königstiger managed to turn its turret around and take out that T-34-85. Gonzo won't like that. He's just got 1 strokey here holding the ground. Kato has pushed in the south. Picks up the 1311. Less than 10 seconds. 59 out of nowhere. There it goes. Oh, the victory finally comes in for Kato Megumi.ZZ. 62 minutes and 35 seconds. What a fantastic game. What a fantastic game. That was just 55 minutes of pure action, but also pure... I don't want to say indecisiveness, that's not the right word. What I'm trying to say is I had no idea for 55 minutes of that game what was going to happen. There was no way to tell who was going to win that game until maybe the last 5 minutes, when it was quite clear Gonzo just couldn't hold it. Whew, that was a unbelievable start to this playoff series between Kato Megumi.ZZ and Gonzo. Do not miss the next matches. If this is anything to go by, wow. This Steel Division 2 Season 2 has just been magnificent. And the playoffs, just the top 1% of players at their absolute best, and it's fantastic to see. I am thoroughly enjoying it, and I hope you guys are as well. If you are, remember, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, don't miss any more action. So, Gonzo, congratulations. Wow, what am I saying? I'm just so used to congratulating Gonzo. Kato, Megumi.ZZ, congratulations. Gonzo, commiserations. Kato, 6,100 kills to 4,900 losses. It was a long game. I mean, that's basically 6,000 to 5,000. It's basically a 1,200, 1,100 difference in losses. Over an hour match, it's not quite as great as it first sounds. But yeah, well played, Kato. Well played. And like Nilla showed before, Kato has shown Sean and Gonzo are beatable. Are beatable. I've been beginning to think they were sent here by aliens. You know, they were so far ahead of the other players, Sean and Gonzo. I mean, that does a bit of an injustice. They weren't so far ahead, but they were clear, you know, masters of the game. But I think the other players, maybe they are starting to catch up now. They're starting to figure out the weaknesses of Sean and Gonzo and really pushing through the victories. Let's have a look at the kills for Kato. We'll do this quickly because it's been a long cast. Panzer M4 takes a number of half tracks out. The Focke-Wulf G1 did a great job early on. I think Kato really used his bombers very effectively. They were constantly coming into the battlefield. A lot of them were missing, but they were constantly coming in. The Königsdagger, this one was the first one that came into the center. Does take down a few T-34s, a lot of Dushkas, but nothing massive, but was just such a massive presence. It did go down. I think it did go down in the end, didn't it? Yeah, it did go down to a close range T-34-85 shot. But yeah, that thing was around for probably a good 45 minutes. The off map really helped Kato push back into that central town. Panzer IV-G picking up the IS-2 kill. Wow, that tank crew has to be given the hero of Kato's forces. Another Königsdagger down here. Again, you know, picks up a couple of T-34-85 kills. And actually, those two T-34-85 kills, they're about, I think, 85 points, 90 points apiece. It'd be good if they were 85 points apiece, weren't it? To tie in with the T-34-85. I think they're 90 points apiece. That's 180 points, which does pay off that Königsdagger. And what else do we have here? Ju-88S1 did take care of one of the IS-2s. Not enough IS-2s from Gonzo, I think. I think that's because he was on the back foot from the start as well. So he really didn't have any time to build up funds to afford those IS-2s. He had 10 of them in his deck, and I think we saw maybe 4 out onto the field. I just want to see that T-34-85 Reshetnikov, because that thing's stuck around for so long. Let's just see. Where is it? IS-2 here did get a number of kills. Here it is. Wow, no. Just 2 Panzergren kills and a 250/9. Wow, I thought that thing did so much more damage, but I guess not. The IS-2 here did a hell of a lot. Here's the 85 close range Königsdagger kill. But that is it. 62 minutes 35 seconds. Kato will be pleased at the start of this best of 3 matchup. He has not won yet. He has not won yet. Still needs to beat Gonzo a second time to ensure he puts himself through to the final. And Gonzo, well, he needs 2 victories now. There's no more mistakes allowed for Gonzo. Make sure you join me next time. Make sure you do not miss the next match. Kato Megumi.ZZ versus Gonzo continued. Thanks very much for watching. I will see you in that match.